Hello and welcome to another colony submission video, this one being number 12 in our series, to take a look at your submissions, see what the community's come up with, and showcase the best and brightest efforts here on the channel. Friends, this is truly, and I don't say this lightly, one of the most impressive things I have ever seen in this game. This comes to us from a user named Kurobara who says that this 1,000 Islands map with over 1,000 beavers took over 6 months of work, and boy does it show. I've actually got a map of this whole thing, which has been named the Islands of Greece. Talked to the submitter in email actually shortly before recording this video, and I wanted to share this map with you. Everything is labeled. We can go ahead and orient our thing right here, of course, in free camera mode, roughly similarly to how the map is displayed, and I will put that on the screen now. But every single part of this map has some sort of story or lore or name or something attached to it, and I think it is truly, truly amazing. You're also going to notice we got 20 FPS. I'm going to hit pause just so this runs a tiny bit better. Task Manager is showing at 24 gigabytes of RAM being used by Timberborn right now, and this file took over 5 minutes to load on my computer. And you know what's in this one. So those of you with computers that may not be able to handle this, unfortunately, are going to have a bad time trying to do something this incredibly huge. But let's just jump right into it. The thing that stands out to me, of course, besides, the entire map being completely filled up with something, is that everything is planned out incredibly well. You know what I like to do? Every time we start with one of these, we peel all the way down to the bottom and see what is underground. So we just grab this and go straight the way down to layer 0, and it might take a little bit. We have a complete subway and aquifer connection thing going on right here. Like, this is a big map. It's 256 by 256. And we played this before in Update 4, obviously before Bad Water was a thing, and I do know this map did get a refresh as a result of that change. But there is so much going on here. Like, just take a look. We got all this water going in here. We've got tubeways. We've got sluices, we've got stations, we've got little hidden pockets of power consumption, generation, different things here. We got mangrove fruit storage. We've got all sorts of stuff, and we even have mechanisms to retain bad water or just get rid of it altogether. Plus all of this supply and everything, a little bit of housing, just everything is just meticulously placed exactly where it needs to be. We even have the underground mine at the very bottom of the map here. We scroll up a couple of levels, you'll see that is buried in a lake here. Boy, this takes a long time to scroll. But we've got so much storage, it's all organized. We've got districts going back and forth. There's 3 different ones. And take a look here, we got downtown Greece, we got Tower City, and Greece Industrial Park. You can reference the map previously displayed if you choose. But there's so much going on. This is one for Tower City. This side is downtown Greece. Same thing here, just nice and separated. You can see you even have little fences snaking around here. So there's no real bottlenecks for trade. I've been told everything is organized quite nicely, very close to the district crossings. And of course, we have all of these tubeways going everywhere as well. But if you know anything about this map, you'll know that most of the water comes from this side right here. And as we scroll up, you'll see various things disappear underneath cover or reappear as space becomes available. But you come all the way up, and then to the top of the map, we have, bear with me here, this takes a long time to scroll, we have what has been dubbed the Pine Turnus Towers. I love the puns. I love everything in this map is named after something in the real world in some sort of way with a beaver-related pun. I love it. I love it so much. Like, these are gargantuan reservoirs. You peel this back a little bit, you see there's water inside. We've got overhangs. We've got going between these two. One feeds into the other. It's an overflow kind of deal. And just the design of this is just really cool. I know I say that about everything, but like, this really is. And all the dam decoration pieces just make it like that much better. Like, this is a ton of water. It's a lot. And, the submission is so detailed. everything that I've been given in the form. I can't take the time to read it out, or this video would be an hour and a half long, and I'd probably get distracted like 18 different times just showing you all this other stuff. So you can pause and read that if you choose, but there's so much to show off here. I am going to have to take just a brief moment here, make sure that I hit all of the high points, because there's so much. I've got to scroll this. There's so much in here. But yes, we have so many different things to show off. And actually inside of here is the original Badwater diversion mechanism. I'll let you guys just see all of this in stages. You can, again, pause if you choose. But there's all these different layers here, and everything is just really, really smartly engineered. Probably beyond the scope of what I would be capable of doing by myself. Just really, really, really love what's going on here. So moving on to this part, this is called the Grease Industrial Park, and there's a whole lot of industry going on. We even have these little beaver towers here for housing, everything nicely separated so that everything is neatly organized and not too far away from everything. Remember, this is its own district, one of the three like we talked about before, and this is roughly the area that this encompasses right here. You can see the lines on the paths go out to most of this, but just this corner of the map plus all this stuff up here. Very nicely organized. Lots of stuff going on. So much you could blink and miss it, but let's peel this back layer by layer. You can get kind of an idea. Just everything that is in here up on stilts for a decent portion of it, but very nicely integrated into the hillside. And of course, all the way down here, we have this big hole. I can only assume is from excavation or something. And then we have over here another one of these mining areas, but there's nothing built on it. It's just covered up with a whole bunch of production. We've got plenty of builders' huts. We've got plenty of hauling posts, plenty of housing. Again, there's over 1,000 beavers overall. This district has 333, and even some room to grow still. Plenty of pumps. Remember, no bots. Not a single bot on this entire map. So this is all just, you know, beavers doing beaver stuff. We even have little monuments and stuff everywhere. Like, I love this. It's so good. It's so good. And, like, there's mods, too. I can put that list up if I remember. I'm hoping I do. But there's, again, so much to look at. This area is called the Iron Aquifer, and I bet you can't guess why. Just kidding. Turn this on. It's all suspended on top of... Look at all this. Look at all this. It's just tubeways everywhere. Representing pipes, I can only assume. But everything is just on top of all these supports. There's so much construction, so much engineering gone into this. Of course, mangroves as well. But just, man, I am truly, truly, truly impressed. Really, really cool stuff. You move on over here. This is called Widow's Peak. Got some tree farming, got some well-being items, and all sorts of stuff. We're going to take a look at first-person views later, because I was informed of a few locations that might be good for that. Moving over to here, this is not in that same Grease Industrial Park district, but this is called the High-Rise Apartment Complex. High-rise apartments, as one does. Some recreation, some nice landscaping, nature stuff here. Just really, really impressive stuff. But let's come back over here for a second. This is the City Administration Center. We have a bunch of civic service buildings, things meant to represent that. We've got, I guess, again, everything has a pun. This is some sort of analog to the Washington Monument and the reflecting pool in Washington, D.C., which, you know, the game doesn't have ray tracing, so there's no reflections or anything. But, like, there's money, like, everything. Like, please go back and pause on the submission text that I put up. Like, there's so much more than I could ever hope to cover just by showing you guys this video. But this is just absolutely, absolutely incredible. Right next to the City Administration Center, we've got a, I guess what's supposed to be a business called Apogee Tree Products. Plenty of farming. We've got some nice decoration from the coffee bushes as well. And this is a pretty cool building design here. I would not have thought to do this. And also, like, this is a mod, half roofing mod. But I love how this looks. And these dam decoration pieces, different levee sizes and everything, really cleverly utilized to create some interesting architecture. And then right here we have what is called Badwater Flats, and this is in the downtown Greece district. If I can find the actual district center for this. Well, I guess I could just, there it is. Yeah, so that's on this other side here. And this district has 457 adults, 2 kids, and room for more. Plus, each district does have its own Earth repopulator, and these are actually ready to launch. This one is, at least. So maybe at the end of the video, we'll set all 3 of them off at once and see what this looks like. It's all sorts of cool stuff. But like I said before, Badwater Flats, you can see a bunch of Badwater processing, and if we go down here, again, bear with me, my computer is trying as hard as it can. Everything down here is working on Badwater, and this is one of the sources being utilized to do all of that stuff. Of course, this is separated, and it can't really go anywhere else, but it's protected. All the other stuff's protected from Badwater, and now the rest of this either gets completely sucked up or diverted somewhere. I wasn't entirely certain where it was going, but and you can see, like, nothing's polluted, so it's got to be going somewhere. That's the only thing I could really think of here. This part is called the Urban Complex. We did take a brief look at this earlier. We've got some beaver skyscrapers. We've got, of course, all of this up on top of these platforms and these overhangs. Just really, really impressive looking stuff. A little bit of recreation, a little bit of industry, a little bit of medical beds here, which we do have 10 injured beavers, but if we take a look here at our well-being, scroll all the way down to medical beds, there's 33 of them, so that's plenty ready to go. And of course, 29 campfires. That's a lot of campfires, folks. We got exercise plazas. Everything's here. Everything's here. We have 63 well-being right now. It does vary a little bit, I've been told, but everything is represented. Frog statue is a mod I have installed. That's not the fault of this playthrough for not having that, but everything, again, the Torii gates are there as well, but everything's looking good. Everything is looking pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. And, like, again, we've got decoration slopes. We've got everything just really, really nicely laid out. I can't say enough good stuff about this. It's really cool. Moving over here, we have what's called the Eastport Lighthouse Marina. Look at this. I would never have thought to use one of these things as part of a lighthouse, but it works. And underneath, I say as I lose my cursor, where did it go? Please don't crash. I'm begging you. All right. This is a very, very big file, folks. But like, look at the architectural design here with the decorative slopes. And we have the swimming pool, of course, and then we have a simulated dock here with a lantern at the end of the dock. Great Gatsby, anybody? But just look at this. We have these floodgates here. It's just, everything is so well designed. And we even have a tiny two-way station here, which, yes, does go down all the way to our big subway network. Just, I can't even imagine. Like, you said it took him 6 months. I can absolutely believe it. Like, just, this is amazing. It's super cool. So you come down here from the lighthouse. We have a cemetery here called Water Oak Cemetery, and then we have another lumber company just right over here called Jeb K. Castor Lumber, LLC. You know what castor oil comes from? Yeah, I don't need to put that in the video, but it's related to beavers. Just everything, man. We have a couple of dams here as well. Here, and then all the way over here, which actually look really, really, really close to what these kind of things look like in real life. I mean, I can't believe it. There's so much cool stuff. Now, moving over here, this is called the Marshes, which, as the name implies, a whole bunch of mangrove trees, which we do have 69,000 food stored, and of that, 5,700 of it is mangrove fruits. I think you can see why. Over here, we have the Pining Fjords Company, another lumber company. We have another marina, Westport Marina right here. And we have one of these deep mechanical fluid pumps, which I never end up using, but you can see here is very, very simply and elegantly integrated into this mangrove farm. Again, it takes a very long time to scroll layers on this map, but just really, really smartly done. And guess what? It's powered, again, really cleanly from these engines down here, all the way up through this shaft, and then right into the side in a very aesthetically pleasing manner. Again, just really, really, really cool stuff. Now, orient myself correctly here. This is called suburbia, which, you know, it's like suburbs. It's dead ringer. You got separated houses, you got some decorations, you got a forest, and you've got some storage, and you've got some other stuff you might see in a suburb, like some recreational facilities, and even some larger, nicer houses. Again, just really, really cool stuff. Up here, yet another timber company, the traditional timber company, and underneath this, if we scroll this back, this is, of course, where we have two of these badwater things that have been completely capped. And then, in the middle here, we have what is referred to as Sin Salinas Valley, which, a whole bunch of farms, a whole bunch of tubeways, and a whole bunch of beavers living in here. We've got some rooftop terraces, we've got swimming pools, and again, a whole lot of crops. Really, really cool stuff. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. There's a few more areas to take a look at. This is called the Sunken Mines, which we did take a look at earlier in the video. As the name implies, it's a mine, and it's sunken. Exactly what it says on the tin. But I like how this is capped off, and of course, the deep mechanical fluid pump, making good use of itself there. Now this is called, right here, Tower City, which, as the name implies, is a city with a tower. And there is plenty going on here as well. This is the 3rd district. There's 262 beavers with room for more. And we have a very nice mix, I say as I put my fingers on the wrong transit keys. Very nice mix of stuff here. Vertically integrated. Of course, we have all this water from the Pine Tronus Towers. Have I said how much I love the puns? But just, again, really smartly designed, and we have water going everywhere. Just, what's not to like about this? And of course, all of this under here, very, very quietly hidden away from public eye, but we know it's there. Working hard to keep the beavers happy and healthy. And now, one of my favorite things on this map. This is called the Prepper's Cabin. And as the name might imply, it's for preppers. So we've got some beavers up here that have their own little fortress way off in the middle of nowhere. And inside, they've got a stash of different materials and foods to survive whatever apocalypse comes after the apocalypse. And they're ready to defend themselves, too. They got all sorts of stuff down here, man. I just thought this was so cool. And, of course, because they like convenience, they're connected to the tubeways. But I would imagine all of this dynamite, when, you know, stuff hits the fan, they're going to, first thing they're going to do is disconnect from those. But what's this? What's this? It's more dynamite? I don't know. Maybe don't make these guys mad. We'll just say that. But, again, everything's connected. It's so well done. It's so incredibly, incredibly well done. Man. But yeah, there's so much more to this map that I just, again, in one of these videos, I can't say everything. But what I can say is that this is truly one of the most impressive things I have ever seen in this game. So I did receive a couple of ideas for first-person vantage points, and I do want to share some of those with you. So, of course, first-person mod, one of the best things that someone has thought to add to the game. But let's come right up here to the top of the Pine Tronus Towers. And it's going to load weird, folks, because this is a very, 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 very complicated map. But look at this. Look at this view. Isn't that fantastic? And, of course, we do have statues everywhere. But you can see the whole map from up here. Very, very nicely designed. Just really cool-looking stuff. Let's head over to a couple more spots. Of course, the Prepper's Cabin. We absolutely could not do anything else if we did not look from the top of here, if I can even orient this correctly. But look at this. You're up on the top of your little hill in the middle of nowhere. You can see everybody else. And then, of course, you have the Pine Tronus Towers over here. But, man, I don't think I can get any higher than here with these guys. Unless... Oh, it actually let me jump on top of this. Okay. Oh, man. All right, there it is. There's the rest of the map. And you can see how much this is chugging my computer. Imagine how this would run on most other stuff. But, man, I love this so much. All right, a couple more of these humor me, and then we're going to launch all of these things at sunset and say goodbye to this map. But Let's see, what else might be good? We have a couple of these rooftop terraces in various locations. So let's hit up... oh, you know what might be good is like right here on top of this exercise plaza. Alright, let's see if I can get up here. Alright. Hop on top. There. Oh, man. Alright. But again, I'm moving my mouse so incredibly slowly. It's just... It's trying real hard, folks. But don't you love this? Isn't this fantastic? Man, I can't get enough of it. Alright, so... Let's just hit pause so we don't miss sunset here. And I'm going to activate all of these Earth repopulators. We have the one here. We have the one here. And then, if I'm remembering correctly, we have, yes, this one here. So we hit launch. We hit launch. Please click. Please. Please. I'm asking nicely. There you go. Boy, this is a hefty map. And let's hit launch here. And I think what would be the best vantage point for viewing this is going to be somewhere around the middle area. But we're going to want to be in a kind of an open spot. Or maybe we just come right up here to the top of the Pine Trellis Towers and call it a day. That might actually be the better move here. We have one here. Then we have the one behind here. And then we have the one down here. So that is what we will do. Come right off to the edge here, turn this around, and we can see these things unfolding. This other one over there is kind of hidden, but we can see that. They're launching, they're launching, they're launching. Absolutely everyone is launching. You can see them flying off into the sunset. And there you have it, folks. What a tremendously incredible map. And again, like I said, there's so much more that could be said. But I would not have enough time. I would not be able to do it justice. So please do take a look at those notes that were submitted with this. But man, I love this so much. It's so cool. So I really appreciate you sending this in. And of course, if you have something else you're really proud of you'd like to take a look at on the channel, please do always enter those submissions in the form links in the description. I can't promise everything's going to come up, but I do look at every single one of them. And I do want to show as many as I can. Right now, a whole lot of Iron Teeth submissions, which is great. My favorite faction. But we have the Folktales as well. And we have the Ember Pelts. And we have the Water Beavers. So if you have anything, it doesn't have to just be those other factions. But if you have anything you want to see possibly showcased, do send that in. And I will be very, very happy to take a look at it. But sun is setting for these beavers here. So I'm going to say that this episode is ending as well. As always, Beard Boosters, really appreciate your support. Making it possible to do fun stuff like this where we just, all right, let's take a day or two off, quote unquote, of our other playthroughs and just take a look at what people have made and share some neat, interesting, original ideas with everybody. Because community is really important. I strongly believe that. And it's because of the folks that directly subsidize the channel through the Beard Boosters that we can do this, and I don't have to stress out so much about, oh, what happens if the algorithm doesn't like my videos that much? Or no. This is about having fun. It's not about selling headphones or diet food or therapy or whatever. We're having a good time with the Beaver game. And those folks who want to contribute to make it possible without any of the other noise are the reason that we can continue doing this. So I'm always going to be thankful for them and for you, even if you're not part of that. You being here is enough. And I hope we'll see you again very soon. We've got another one of these videos coming tomorrow with a different colony. And then, of course, we'll be back on Friday with the Water Beavers. But that's going to do it for this one, folks. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.